we have right here in this pool. Did you hear him preaching already? He's after my job. He's a preacher of the first order. I know it's in his heart because he can't keep it quiet. I've been on the street with him already, and I've witnessed his enthusiasm, his dedication, his willingness to just stand in a space and preach. Wow. Maybe a lost part for us today, but today, you are here not by chance.
What's up, Denzel? What's up, Gabby? How you doing? How are you doing? Oh, so he didn't do it today, Destiny? He's gonna do it tomorrow or tonight? Oh, okay, it's in the morning. Okie dokie. My prayers are with your dad. That everything goes well. Mm-hmm. So many crazy things are going on. So many crazy things are going on. I just can't imagine. I keep thinking about those people being burned out of their locations. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What time is your dad's surgery, Destiny? I don't even remember. I'm like, did I pay my car insurance? What's today's date? Oh, oh, oh. Oh, all of your siblings are going to the hospital. That's always a good idea. All surgeries are risky when you look at it in the end. Okay. Destiny's dad is having open heart surgery or something like that tomorrow. Ooh, 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 ooh. So we're gonna sing good vibes to Destiny, good vibes to Destiny, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. I just got on here, so I don't know what you could be missing. I just got on here as I was laying here and not sleeping. I was like, let me go back on the YouTube. I've been watching all these wedding proposals today. They make it all so mushy. Mushy. And I was just talking about people in these hills and this ladies in these heels that you probably can't hardly stand up in, all in the name of trying to be cute. But to each his own, like I always say, to each his own. But they look like they hurt her feet. Looks like they hurt her feet. Anyway, let me see. 1, 2, 3. I want to know who the fourth man in the fire is. Who is the fourth man in the fire? Looks like we gathering some company. Some company. Oh, the motivational minister. You're the winning woman Hey, God is able. God is good. Now, I was listening to your video just now, and it sounds like you sound like you're still under the weather. Did you recently make those recordings, or were they recorded before? I hope you're getting better. I hope you're getting better. I caught myself going to bed, but then here I am back on YouTube again. Back on YouTube again. You're just the girl, okay? No, welcome. I'm just the girl. You're a girl that's under 10, or you're a girl that's over 18. Are you a girl that's under? Okay, well, you sound kind of like how I sound when I have a bad sinus infection. I've been trying to battle one too. No, thank you. I don't want to kiss you. I don't know you. Ah, you guys are funny. I can't even read your name. I guess it's Marcelin. I'm not sure what that is. If you're a girl, then you shouldn't be trying to kiss me. No way. Where are you from, by the way? Is that Marcelin 97? Why? That's just my preference. I'd rather not kiss you. Oh, Morocco. What is that? That doesn't look like Morocco. Denzel, don't start. It looks like Marclin 97. Are you telling me that you are in Morocco? Uh oh. Looks like you're typing something that shouldn't be up there, huh? Hmm. You might be on the wrong channel, Morocco. You just might be on the wrong channel. You're coming through with some things that are just not what I'm about. Denzel, don't promote that. That's not what I'm doing, buddy. At all. Boom, chakalaka laka 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 laka. You guys should be cold and trying to stay warm. I'm trying to stay warm. You don't speak English very good. You could have fooled me. Look like you speak English very well. Perfect sentences, perfect expressions. I don't know. A lot of people from other countries always say they don't speak English very well, but yet they speak very well. Maybe you don't speak very well. Work is okay. James. Lordy. So far, so good. I really needed that devotion that I read this morning. I gotta stay farsighted. I am farsighted, and that I'm farsighted and nearsighted, but I definitely needed to hear that this morning for sure. Yesterday, I know I went to work with not the best mental energy, so to speak. And I needed some redirecting this morning for sure. And I had a much better day when I kept my farsighted vision in my view. Thank God for that. That's a space heater, Denzel, and it's on because I don't want to be feeling cold. Yes. Mommy, 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 mommy. Yep, they're definitely resonating. Yes, indeedy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ding, 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 ding. But on the other note, my co-teacher says she's feeling better, but I know she's still in the hospital. But she says she is feeling better, so that's a good change. I can't imagine if you have. I've never, of course, I don't have asthma, but I know I've seen people with asthma problems, and it's not a good thing. I know I couldn't breathe well when they put me on oxygen, and that feeling is like not a good feeling. And I definitely didn't like having that oxygen going up in my nose. It just felt funny. Felt funny. And that weird smell. It's like oxygen has this kind of smell. And I was like, ew. I was like, ooh. But the doctor was like, no, you need to keep it on. I'm like, ew, no. But anyway. Oxygen cure nausea. Okay, if you say so. But I never been awake on oxygen. I know that while I've been in surgeries in the past, I'm sure they put that on my nose, but I've never been like literally awake with oxygen in my nose. So that was a new experience. Exactly. I definitely had a lot of distractions to focus past today, but I did it by God's grace. Yeah, I did. I did. Well, I did feel better eventually. I had the oxygen on at the first hospital, then I had to go to the hospital, the next hospital. And by the time I got there, then they were able to take me off the oxygen. Yep, because I was just throw it up, and throw it up, and throw it up. You're gonna be babysitting 6 kids. You're gonna be more than a mom. You sounds like a preschool teacher. Yeah, okay. Well, whatever I was smelling, I didn't like that smell. Tell me I'm smelling the tubing. Okay, sir. Whatever it was not a positive experience, and I didn't like that stuff going up in my nose. No, I hear you. The year of consistency. That's what I've been trying to tell myself, even when I don't want to. I gotta keep showing up. I wasn't even planning on coming back on here, but here I am. For some reason, I'm not sleeping like I usually am. Oh, okay. Well, I had that, the one that just goes like right here. That's the one I had. Not the one they put like all over your face. That 9-year-old should not be trying to babysit no 6 kids, and neither should you. They should have an adult with you guys. A 9-year-old, she shouldn't have that stress on her. She's just a kid. I'm just saying, but I'm just minding my business. Don't mind me. Okay, Canula. Anthony Alfaro. Good night to you. I don't know if I want to call it good night, but maybe so. It's 8:31 p.m. here in Eastern Standard Time. Anthony Alfaro. You, you can only have 2 to 6 liters of oxygen. You're on oxygen right now? Yeah, but still, like I said, that's kind of young. You're young to be watching all those kids. Young, 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 young. I know the bed is calling me too. Haroon, what's up, Haroon? Haroon, Haroon, Haroon. I'm sure you will be fine. You act super mature for your age. I guess you've been given responsibilities way back. Oh, okay. Well, they didn't seem to be able to understand because I kept saying like my nose was feeling funny and whatever. I'm up to going to bed. I'm just not sleeping yet. All I know is very funny in my nose. You're saying that I was smelling the tubing. I don't know what I was smelling, but I didn't like what I was smelling. Though I was feeling better. Like now that I think about it, of course the nausea did stop, but no one like said that to me. They just put it on me. You know how that goes. They just put it on you. Because my oxygen was down, down, down. Are you going to bed, Haroon? Haroon. I'm usually already sleeping, but I'm trying not to go to bed super early. But then I wake up super early, and then I start the cycle all over again. But anyway, the update on my glasses. I don't need to get glasses right now. But I now know that this eye is the one that's decreasing in vision. This one stays the same, but this one is decreasing in vision. I think that's why it looks funny sometimes. Something's going on with my eye. But according to Doc, he said that my eye health is good. You should give yourself oxygen. Really? That's funny. I wish I could IV myself when I have those days of dehydration. Let's hook my up. Maybe it's just a thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just a thing. But he was telling me that it wasn't worth getting a new pair of glasses because the change in my left eye is very minimal. I'm like I told him, I said I'm just here because my insurance pays for me to get an exam every year. It'd be foolish for me not to check my eyes every year. Paying for it, might as well show up for it, right? Might as well show up for it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Cool beans. Cool beans. Cool beans. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Sparkle sparkle in my glasses. Yep. 16 gauge or 18 gauge. That's the speed of which the oxygen flows out. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. You're telling me a lot of information, but thank you. What I do know is that they weren't locking off those lines, and then my blood was dripping out through those little port things, whatever you call them. And then when I said something, they were trying to act like I didn't know what I was talking about. When I know that the clamp was on there because I watched the other lady, she clamped it off. And then some of them weren't clamping it off, and then my blood dripped out because one of them left the little thing off. I'm like, I don't have blood to be trying to drip out on the ground, lady. They were already thinning my blood out with blood thinners. So then my blood was like running out like water. It was more than flashback because, the thing they used to stop the blood flow coming out of it, they didn't have it on there. Neither was the little top on it. It's always easy to tell, like when you have some workers who will do what they're supposed to do, and then the other ones follow behind and they don't. Do you know the difference? I don't you talk about the flashback because I learned that from going to my other doctor's office. My blood doesn't always do that because of sometimes my blood is low because I don't drink enough fluids before going or whatever. Flashback, 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 flashback. Okay. Anyways, I just came back to see who's out here in La La Land. As always, I don't want to fall asleep on the live, and I feel myself going to sleep. I feel myself going to sleep. I feel myself going to sleep. Flashback, flashback. I thought about being a phlebotomist before. And then when I started listening to the different things, I'm like, you often hear that you have to have experience. So how do I go from being in the class to become a phlebotomist to gaining experience to get a job? So you graduate from the phlebotomy class, and then they tell you that you need experience to get a job. So how are you supposed to obtain that job without experience? That's why I was like, somewhere along the way, this does not make sense. Sounds like I would be volunteering my time in order to eventually get a job, right? Like, how would that work? So I was like, let me abandon that idea. Abandon that idea. Welcome to the live. What's going on? I am often talking to you from my bed. How are you doing today? How was your day today? What's going on? How are you doing? It's okay. Go ahead and say hi. Go ahead and say hi. Go ahead and say hi before I fall asleep. Hospital clinical hours. That means again that I'll be like volunteering. Are they going to pay me? It did say you would have to do a certain amount of hours, but it wouldn't be hours enough to say that you're completing a year. So this one company, not well, this local company that we're doing the phlebotomy course, I think they must have went under because I haven't seen them advertising. They used to advertise all over social media. Oh wow, never thought about that. But I was just thinking about the whole fact of me volunteering, as you're saying. Like I said, out there not getting paid. You'd have to be financially secure in order to be all over the place volunteering without an income. Yeah. Anyway, that's an idea. Never thought about that. Volunteer at a drug and alcohol treatment center. So I can practice poking people. That just sounds funny just thinking about it. That sounds funny just thinking about it. But thank you for that insight. Maybe I will go back to thinking about poking people. But it don't really pay anything. Because I was looking at the different states where I might possibly live. And then I'm thinking to myself, they're all like paying the same. They're all like paying the same amount, which is hardly anything. It's like you can't live single on that kind of money. I mean, you probably could, but You might not want to. How you gonna? I thought you, from what I've seen when I looked up requirements to be a phlebotomist, it was basically saying that you had to have a year of experience. So you talking about a few days. You can't get experience in a few days for a year. It's not the same. Unless they're calculating it differently and then it equals a year when you've only done it for a few days. That would seem odd. Odd. Ooh, 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 odd. Oh wow. Yeah, that would be something. That would be scary. Scary, scary. Very scary. Anyway, I just came back to check on my blue team. And I'm gonna say good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. And if you're in another time zone and you have to be waking up to go to work, I feel sorry for you right now in a way. But I had my turn, now it's your turn. But until next time, a year of internship, you can get paid for that. Oh, yeah. Never thought about that. See, you're making me think. Didn't even think about that. Ah, you learning. You learning. Rebecca, where you been, Rebecca? And how's the baby? You just pop in like once a week. Now you just went back to braiding. But I'm good. I am not going to complain. And good night, associate. That's right. You got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, Rebecca. I'm waiting on your little answer here. Wait on my little answer here. How you doing? How the baby doing? Did you go back to braiding? Do 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 do. I don't know why you think that's funny, James, because it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's not funny at all. All right, I'm gonna guess that you're not gonna comment, Rebecca, so I'm gonna get out of here. Unless you're typing one letter every minute. But anyhow, you already know. Y'all have a good night. You have a good night. Take care of yourself. Don't forget what? That you are special. Oh yeah, it is cold outside in Jacksonville. It's cold here too, Rebecca. So you better stay warm and make sure you cover that baby up. Cover that baby's head up and make sure you wrap up the baby. I saw this baby out in the freezing cold the other day with some lady. She was like holding the baby and all the baby had on was a little outfit. And then that was at the beach. And I'm thinking to myself, it is cold out here. Why they got this little baby out here with like no clothes on? I was like, oh my goodness. And it was a wee little baby. No, that is too cold for that. But anyway,